Hey, what's up, street gods? Eric from the Eric from Street Photography Vlog. Currently at a cray cray coffee shop here in Saigon. It's called Boscaros. And anyways, hello. And I just wanted to do some practical thoughts in sharing that the idea that the camera is mightier than the sword. So, besides Jay-Z, who said the pen is mightier than the sword, my lord, it actually comes from this ancient saying. Cool coffee shop, right? And I've been really, ever since I've been here in Vietnam, I've been like personally amazed that, you know, the Vietnam War was actually not that long ago, where people are fucking killing each other and all this crazy shit. And now, like, take a look at all this hipster craziness, even in Saigon, and it blows my mind. So I was like looking at the work of Philip Jones Griffith from Vietnam Inc., which is actually probably one of the most influential and important photography projects I think of all time. And the work of Philip Jones Griffiths, oh yeah, and also check out these insane skyscrapers here, and everyone here and driving Beamers and Ferraris. Anyways, so I'm totally getting off topic, but it wasn't that long ago in Vietnam since there was this insane war, and now there's so much economic development. You know, every day I go to the park and I'm just working out, and you know, I listen to kids with Bluetooth speakers playing like Jay-Z, Kanye, and Lil Wayne, and everyone has iPhones here, super fast Wi-Fi, great coffee. And so to me, it just blows my mind that there's been so much economic progress. And also, like, I guess optimistically speaking, it's pretty good that, you know, obviously there's no more war here and the world is a lot more open and a lot more, you know, a lot more peace, which is really good. And I think the problem though is that people forget the power of photography, is that photography could have such a positive effect on society. I think often people just think that, oh, you know, like, and this is what I actually don't really like about Instagram culture or modern photography, is that it's just about like getting more followers or likes on Instagram and doing more stupid lifestyle shit and just selling more silly products, stuff that's not that important. But I think the power of photography is to really uncover and show just all the craziness that exists in the world, and to essentially make more political statements with your photography. So like, you know, even being here in Vietnam, I think it's super interesting is that like what I'm trying to do in my photography is not to just show Vietnam as being some sort of like poor whatever place, but actually to show you that this place is insane. Like this is currently this place called like Saigon Pearl, and just take a look around you. So there's a Mercedes there, here's this insane sky rises, and even like check out, so this is essentially the bunker for mostly rich Vietnamese, and I don't even think expats really, and like just random Range Rovers just chilling, just whatever, Mercedes all around. Anyways, so essentially what I wanted to say was, yeah, the camera is mightier than the sword is. Now with photography, people always put faith more in images and photos than they put faith in text or anything. And honestly, most people are pretty lazy nowadays too. It's like people in today's age probably trust YouTube and Instagram and photos on Facebook more so than anything. And so I think that photography has such an amazing power for you to essentially make more political statements with your photos, for you to make like social economic statements. And there's a lot of people who are like, oh, people don't care anymore. I think people actually do care, and you know, I certainly care. Oh man, look at all this stuff. So just to get a sense of how much economic development is happening, oh man, look at all this stuff here. And once again, just these gated places, Porsches, you know, people just think about Vietnam as being some poor places, and these cars are like 2 or 3 times more expensive in Vietnam than they are elsewhere, just to see how much economic development is happening. But anyways, so yeah, I kind of realized that in photography, you do have the power to make so much positive social change. So even deciding what you want to document. For example, I want to document love. I want to document and make photos of Cindy, of my mom, of people that I really love and care about. And even with street photography, essentially what I'm trying to do isn't really to make the world's best street photos, but use street photography as a tool to open up my hearts to strangers and essentially hopefully make the world a more open-minded, loving, compassionate place. Also, just as a practical thing, I actually think one of the most biggest benefits of photography is the power for it to connect other people, for the power of photography to be self-therapy, for people to go out and explore the world more, for people to use photography as a tool to essentially make more art and to feel more empowered in their lives. So yeah, just as a general piece of advice for you, just remember that photography is mightier than the sword. I do think that with more photography in the world, there could be more world peace. You know, realistically speaking, I don't think there could ever be 100% perfect world peace unless we get attacked by aliens or something like that. But we could all strive as photographers, photojournalists, essentially ambassadors of love and peace and joy and stuff like that, to use photography as a positive tool to change the world. And like Gandhi said, be the change which you wish to see in the world. Peace out.